What's up YouTube? It's the one and only Division 18 and welcome back to another video. So the Dallas Cowboys, after coming off a 13-3 season, after basically having two Rookie of the Year candidates on their roster, are now sitting at 7-6, and without one of those star rookies that we saw last season. But now, coming off of back-to-back wins, the Dallas Cowboys are looking as if they're trying to make one last push for the playoffs this season. But as I said, they're sitting at 7-6, and as with the Detroit Lions and the situation that they are in, it's unlikely that the Dallas Cowboys are going to be able to win their division. The wild card is their best shot. So, for the season after coming off 13-3, how did the Dallas Cowboys get to this point? And will the Dallas Cowboys make the playoffs this season? If you guys do end up enjoying this video, then make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more NFL videos throughout this season. So Dak Prescott, he's been under a lot since Ezekiel Elliott decided not to appeal his suspension, or the court just overruled it. It doesn't really matter at this point. Since entering the NFL analysts and fans have constantly said that Dak Prescott rides the hot hand of Ezekiel Elliott and is also constantly compared to Alex Smith in the sense of Dak Prescott only being a game manager. But since the Ezekiel Elliott suspension, he's really only had one bad game, where all of the Cowboys' problems were just solely based on Dak Prescott's play. And he's on his way to surpassing his 2016 stats. In the bad and in the good categories, I think it's ridiculous to put so much pressure on a second-year quarterback, especially when we've seen that he can actually lead a team. Honestly, Dak Prescott's numbers only look as average as they do because of the lack of help that he has from his wide receivers. Dez Bryant leads the Dallas Cowboys in receiving yards and in touchdowns, but he hasn't had a single game this season where he's caught the ball for over 100 yards. He's been a drama queen for most of the season and has demanded the ball a lot from Dak Prescott. But he is the best option for the Dallas Cowboys, seeing how there's no other player on the Cowboys roster that has caught the ball for over 500 yards. And even in the 5 games without Ezekiel Elliott, they've been able to have 2 games this season where they've had 2 separate running backs rush for over 100 yards in a single game, and has been able to play well behind an offensive line that is still top 3 in the NFL this season. But to be honest, everything I just said about the Dallas Cowboys offense this season is simply average. Same with the Dallas Cowboys defense. While yes, the Dallas Cowboys have some exceptional players on their team, like DeMarcus Lawrence, who leads the NFL in sacks, and Sean Lee, who has faced injuries throughout his entire career, but plays fantastic when he's on the field. While looking at the Dallas Cowboys defensive stats as a whole, and the major team stats, the Dallas Cowboys are ranked randomly throughout the entire NFL, with not a lot of playmakers besides the 2 that I've already mentioned. The Dallas Cowboys are also one of the worst teams in the league when it comes to interceptions, which we all knew that was going to be the case when they lost Barry Church and Maurice Claiborne in this offseason. The best thing about the Dallas Cowboys defense this season is their sack numbers, of course, which as a team now stands at 32, and their forced fumble numbers. On the season, the Dallas Cowboys are the number 1 defense in the league when it comes to forced fumbles. But that's just a minor category when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys defense, and a category that can't wait in you games on alone. Just make big plays. But things that can maybe turn around for the Dallas Cowboys can happen after this week. If you guys didn't hear when I was talking about Ezekiel Elliott, he only has 1 game left on his suspension. And looking at the rest of the Dallas Cowboys schedule, it just might not be the time. Even though the Dallas Cowboys are getting Ezekiel Elliott back, the Dallas Cowboys' next 3 games are intense, with the weakest of the 3 being against the Oakland Raiders. If able to survive and get a win next week in Oakland, which is a real test, the Dallas Cowboys will get back Ezekiel Elliott and then they'll just go on from there. But after talking about the Dallas Cowboys in this video and just watching them simply over this season, I don't think the Dallas Cowboys are going to make the playoffs. I don't expect them to win out, which honestly, in this case, is going to be really the only way for them to even make the playoffs. And I just don't think that's going to be the case. But if you guys did end up enjoying this video, then make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more NFL videos like this one throughout this NFL season. Make sure to leave your comments down below on your thoughts on the Dallas Cowboys this season, and if I am just making a big mistake saying that they're not going to make the playoffs. If you guys do end up subscribing, then make sure to hit the bell icon next to my name to get notifications every time I post a fire NFL video. But other than that, thank you guys for tuning into today's video, and I'll catch you guys in the comments. Peace!